Google Translate translates billions of words in over 200 languages every day. But have you ever wondered how it does that? Let's dive into the complex systems of Google Translate. When it started in 2006, it used professional online translations to convert every word that you've typed into the desired languages. However, now it uses a more sophisticated approach that is more accurate and much faster. Google Translate now uses AI, a machine learning type called Neural Machine Translation or NMT engine. Google's Neural Machine Translation Engine or GNMT translates sentences as a whole rather than just word by word, which is faster and more accurate. For example, in French, nothing is rien and much is beaucoup. However, nothing much is pas grand-chose. This was implemented in 2016, and before then, if you wanted to translate the same sentence, nothing much, it would translate as nothing as a separate word and much as a separate word, which would be rien beaucoup, which would be incorrect. So Google had to focus on the entire sentence translation rather than just going by each word. This made Google Translate's job much harder. So enter mathematics. Before that, subscribe right now and make our subscriber math go up. To make this easy, imagine Google Translate as a special person. Now, he is special because he knows a lot of languages. But instead of learning languages like us, he converts words into numbers called vectors. And then he does a lot of math based on previous data found on the internet to find out relations with each word. So for example, king, which is 0.5 and 0.6, plus queen, which is 0.4 and 0.3, equals to jack, which is 0.9 and 0.9, which is an example, so using math. Things like these are thick, but Google Translate does this at a much bigger scale. Let's take an example. If you want to translate this sentence right here, Désolé, nous sommes fermés, which means, sorry, we are closed. First, Google Translate takes these words, converts them into vectors, puts them in a table, which is called a matrix, and tries to identify what each and every word can mean when put differently in the sentence, essentially multiplying. Just hear this from the former head of Google Translate.
Is laying them out in a matrix and doing what's called matrix multiplication. And if you do enough of that, you can solve this problem.
They also capture stuff like how the word is used in sentences. So Google Translate can often figure out if you mean bank, like a place for money, or bank, like the side of a river. This machine model learns from billions of texts and will be learning over time like any skill of a human. However, Google did create an AI chaos. Check it out here. Thanks to Wall Street Journal for actually giving me this idea, and I've used their video as a reference for this video. Consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.